is supposed to be about love and marriage, but I could very well go into all kinds of other topics and tangents, even though I'm going to try to stay on topic. So I think to start, I should say that me and my sister Anna, my youngest sister, have always had an ongoing debate that will probably last forever about what love is. Because I've always said love is an action, and she always says love is a feeling. Like, it's definitely a feeling. I have been in love, and I have felt love, and it is a feeling. And I'm like, okay, well, I haven't been in love, and love is an action. And if you look in the Bible, which generally that's the first place I look for an answer, is see what scripture says. If you look at that, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it keeps no records of wrongs. Those are all action verbs. So to me, that just confirms that it's an action. And then there's the fact that in a family, especially in my family, I used to be a fucking punk kid. Like, I was horrible. I used to run away, and I used to, like, write horrible things all over my walls. Like, I was very rebellious. And my parents, my mom especially, would chase me down in the middle of the night, dragging my little sister around town looking for me, and, like, screaming and crying about me being missing, and I'm probably chopped up in little pieces in a garbage bag on the side of the road. And so that was kind of like putting them through torture, but they still, like, let me back in the house. She still tried to find me. So, I mean, that's kind of what I think of as love. And then, like, also when you have babies, when a baby's born, especially if it's your baby, that's, like, I think the most instantaneous, unconditional love that someone could probably experience. But I don't know, because I've never had babies. Three of my sisters have had 3 babies, and 1 or 2 of them have had 1 baby. And I say 1 or 2 because I'm kind of counting Missy, but I don't know if I should or not. I mean, yeah, I'll count her. 2 of my sisters have had 1 baby each. So, but I haven't. So I don't know that's probably going to happen, I would imagine. I think that kids are a huge sacrifice, and when you have them, you need to do whatever the cost is to protect them and raise them and keep them safe from harm. And hopefully you can raise them right so that they don't freaking run away and you don't have to chase them down with all your other kids at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that they're not running away from school, and you don't have to call the police looking for them all the freaking time. And then the police are like, oh, well, we're going to send your child to juvenile detention if she keeps doing this shit. Which is what my life was like a lot of the time. Yeah. So, that's like kind of some of my thoughts on love. And now we're going to get into the proposal stories. So, the first time anyone proposed to me, I don't like ruining it. The first time anyone proposed to me, we were in middle school, and I was like just dating one of my friends, right? Everyone was dating. I wasn't really into it because I didn't have friends. And like I had a very, very small clique by the time I was in middle school. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 friends tops. Yeah, about 5. Like, really not a lot of friends ever in my life. So I hung out with this group of people. Anyway, I started dating this boy, like, quote unquote dating, which was just, we all did drugs together, and I was like, oh, he's cute. And then he asked me out or something, and I was like, yeah, I'll go out with you. Like, it wasn't like a real relationship. But anyway, him and his friend and my friend they were taking like a class together. I don't know if it was jewelry making or welding or what, but he made a ring and he asked me to marry him. And I took the ring and I said, oh, because, it was cute. But it wasn't a real marriage proposal because we were like 13 or something. So there's that. And then can't even remember. Who was the next proposal? That was like in middle school, so that wasn't even really serious. But I did keep that ring for a long time, and I lost it by throwing it. I was like having a huge freaking fit about something, screaming and crying hysterically. And I took the ring and I just threw it across my room, and it landed behind the Coca-Cola shelf. And I couldn't find it. And when we moved, I cleared out everything, and I still couldn't find it. So that's how that ended. It's not how our relationship ended. I just broke up with him a couple weeks after we started going out. Anyway, I'm trying to think of the next guy that proposed to me. I think it wasn't, again, it's like not a real proposal. There was this guy I was talking to, and we were just friends, and we like kind of did a gift exchange. Oh, I will stop. You could go if you want. It's not that right away, but that's okay. I was being nice. Yeah, so we were kind of doing like a gift exchange thing. He lived in Africa, and then he wanted to marry me, and I was like, what? Like, you don't live here, which obviously he knew that. And I was like, okay, are you just trying to like come to this country or something? Like, I don't know why. People are like, oh, will you marry me? And I'm like, why are you asking me that? Like, that's usually the situation, okay? And I was like, I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, so that was weird. And that was like, he didn't live here, so it's not like a real proposal of like what you would think, like someone getting down on one knee and giving you a ring. That did not happen. Okay, I don't know what time they close today, but I want to finish this video. So the next proposal, I have arrived at my destination. So the next proposal was this guy I liked. I actually really liked him for a few different reasons. And we were just talking, we weren't dating. I was thinking about maybe dating him and maybe marrying him, because I feel like always in the back of my mind I want to get married and have kids. That's just what I want to do. So I think about that, and when I like date people or whatever, I look at the traits of them, of like, would they be a good dad? Like, would they be not taking out a second mortgage on my house and gambling it away and not telling me, and then I find out from the bank and then I have to fucking kill them? Those are like the things running through my head. So anyway, I was talking to this guy. He liked me, and before we were even like going out or anything, he was like, will you marry me? I love you. And I was like, no, you're fucking texting me. And then, yeah, that was like not quite the end of it, but the end of it came much closer. Sooner after that happened was the end of it, and that was a crash and burn situation. So stupid. Anyway, so that like really pissed me off, because I liked him, and I was like thinking about that, and you don't ask someone to marry you over text. Right. And now the last one, this one just happened, and this is why I'm making the video, because yesterday, 2 days ago, I think, this guy was like, oh, I want to be your husband. And again, that was through text message. So yeah, this guy, I made a video about him on my channel, and I think it's called, oh my god, there's like a man with some integrity, because I wanted to move to the Ozarks, and no one around here had any freaking integrity at all, and I was going crazy because I was spending too much time with these, like, I don't want to say ratchet people, but like, ratchet people, like, yeah, anyway, I was driving me nuts, and I was losing it, and I was like, I need to move. God, please, can I get out of here? And then this guy came and was like a nice, sweet person, and then I really liked him, and then he had to move away, and it was his choice to move away to go be closer to his daughter, because he just found out that he had a daughter, because the person who is the mom didn't tell him that until the state made her do that for child support. because they didn't want to keep paying their child support. And so I was like, oh, the guy like is moving away. That's sad. Oh well, I can't do anything about it. Like, I'm not going with him. Anyway, so then we just started, like, we kind of kept talking, but like instead of talking frequently, we were talking like 2 or 3 weeks, like once every 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, you know, I got that out of my head, because like if you want to be with someone, if you're in a relationship, you talk more frequently than that, I think. I don't know, but that's what I think. So anyway, then he just hit me up a couple days ago, and we started talking like normal. And then it's in my phone, and I don't want to read it to you, but basically he was like, yeah, I want to be your husband. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And so we continued the conversation, and I was like, okay, well, you know, like, what? Why am I not able to talk now? It's just, I need to discuss a lot of important things that are not always easy to talk about when it comes to, can you actually be my husband? Because I told him, like, okay, well, I'm not wearing a ring because I don't wear jewelry. So, like, he doesn't care. And then there's other stuff that I want to do that he doesn't care about, but then there's other stuff that I didn't talk about to him yet, like holidays. Like, I don't celebrate anything on the Roman Gregorian calendar, and I want children, and I do not want my children to celebrate that, and I do not want your parents buying them fucking Christmas presents. But if they do buy them Christmas presents and you want them to accept that, we're going to teach them the actual true origins behind Christmas, which is fucking Nimrod worship, which I hate. I should not be yelling. I am in a parking lot. I came here to pick someone up, and I just had to film this video, and I cannot yell. But I do not like Christmas or Easter. Anyway, I don't. So there's, like, you know, there's things that I believe that I'm not going to budge on. And there's things that he probably believes that he doesn't want to budge on. And also, like, how are you in love with me? And if you are in love with me, because I think love is an action, again, how would you be in love with someone and then you just only talk to them, like, every 2 or 3 weeks? Like, once every 2 or 3 weeks, you haven't seen me for months? Like, that's not love to me. I don't understand. So I'm, like, picking his brain, trying to, like, figure out what he's talking about, because I'm like, what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I haven't ever had an experience of love at first sight. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I was asking him all these questions about what our future might look like, and someone's calling me. I don't know who. Anyway, yeah, I was asking him all these questions about what our future might look like, and he was answering them, and so we set, like, I guess, a wedding date. Not I guess, it is a wedding date. The wedding date is May 10th, 2020, which is actually good timing considering I'm in school, and I'm at the rate I'm going, I probably will have my degree in 2020. I need to freaking do it. It's supposed to be, like, no, I guess that is what my degree plan says. I don't know why they take a 2-year program and make it into 3 years. Oh, because it's every 6 months. We don't have the summer semester. Okay. Still, I don't like that. It's still, like, 4 classes is too slow. Anyway, so, let's reply to this, because I'm here. Okay, sorry. Someone just called me, and then they texted me. But, like I said, I'm filming. And if I answer the call, okay, sorry. That was a little bit distracting. Yeah, so anyway, now on to the next point of this as far as, like, marriage proposals. What? All of the guys who I've had, like, long-term relationships with don't want to marry me. And so I was thinking about this because I'm kind of, like, in my head I was wondering why. Then I realized, okay, the guys that have long-term relationships usually have serious substance abuse issues. And that's probably why they don't want to get married. And plus, one of them already had a kid and didn't want more kids because kids are expensive. Actually had 2 kids and he paid child support for one in California. And then had full custody of one here. And the next guy just didn't want kids and also had substance abuse issues. So, anyway, the people who want to marry me are people who just kind of randomly pop up out of nowhere and don't really know me very well. And I'm wondering why that happens because I don't understand it and I don't think it's normal. And then I was thinking, okay, back to when I was like 19, I asked all the elders in my family. I remember them all sitting in my living room. And I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to approach and ask them about the elders of my family arranging my marriage for me, which I did. And they basically said I was crazy and I was stupid and lectured me a long time about why it was a bad idea. And I got super, super mad because I was like, no, this is a great idea. You're everyone in my family. Shit, my door is broken. Hey, I'm filming and you have to get in the back because I can't have this door not be able to close. Because they didn't fix it yesterday. Don't open it. Get in the back. Because I don't want my door not being able to close. What? My door is broken. Okay.
Why do I have to get in the back? Because of what?
My door is broken.
What do you mean the door is not broken? I mean, it's broken, but I fixed it. I was able to open it yesterday, babe.
Yeah, it's broken.
Open it and close it yesterday just fine.
Okay, so I'm filming. Anyway, okay. So what was I just saying? Where are my glasses?
The fuck?
Here they are. Sorry, this is gonna be a long video. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking about why all these people who want to marry me don't, like, know me very well. Why? Why is there just random people out of the blue trying to marry me? I don't understand that. And again, like, love at first sight, I don't know if that's, like, I don't know. I've never had that happen, so it doesn't make sense to me. But, okay, and then the next point, and I think the last point.
Yesterday?
No, they couldn't do it. They said what did they say? They have to take the piece off. Part of it fell behind the door. They have to take the whole door panel off and then get the pieces and weld it together and then put it back on. Like, put everything together. And they said they didn't have enough time to do it yesterday. But then they also said, next time I come in on Friday, they're not fixing the door. They're fixing my wheel bearing because that's why my car is so loud. And that's going to take 2.5 hours. And I have to leave my car there. Yeah, I'm running a yellow light. Whoops. Okay, it wasn't an accident. I was just pretending I did that on purpose. How many people in this lane are going to make left-hand turns when we have a green light, and then I won't be able to go anywhere? I'll get stuck behind a red light. I hope that doesn't happen. Okay, on to the purpose of this. So these people who want to marry me are like random people, and I don't understand why that happens. And I'm still kind of thinking about it. Maybe I'll think of a reason. Anyway, so I'm like, actually, like, I said a wedding date. Well, he said the wedding date, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's a wedding date. And so I invited someone, Reggie, who I also have videos about on my channel. Because I love him dearly, his whole family, and obviously I would want him at my wedding. There was one last point of this. Oh, on my way out of work, because I was like thinking about this a lot at work, and I was like, I just need to pray over it. Like, the whole situation itself makes me really want to get in the slow lane because I'm going 65 and a 50, and I don't need to drive that fast, and I don't want to get pulled over. Alright, so yeah, yesterday at work I was contemplating the whole thing, and I was walking out on my first break, and it just, like the other day, I was like saying my prayers before bed, and I was like kind of arguing with myself as if I should ask God for a husband. And then I was like, yeah, well, God knows my heart. He knows everything I need, and He says to ask. And if I want it, I should just ask. And if it's His will, then He can do that. And if it's not His will, then He can just do whatever His will is. That would be great. And I know, because I've had experience, like He'll change the desires of my heart to line up with His will, so that we're on the same page and we have a happy life together. So that was like, oh wow, I just asked for this. And then I'm like kind of wondering, is this God or is this like not God? Like demons and Satan trying to fuck with me, trying to get me to be on some of the shit that I'm not supposed to be on, and I don't want to deal with that. So the whole situation just makes me want to pray about it and just read the Bible. And so what happened, I don't know why I switched lanes. I mean, I know we're gonna, woo! I guess I'm passing people now. Whoops. 7:50. That's not that bad. Yeah, so the whole thing just makes me want to read the Bible and get closer to God and have Him specifically show me, reveal to me, give me confirmation through His Word, through His Spirit, through the people around me who love Him, as if that's what I should be doing or not. Oh, I'll slow down for you, car, since we're merging. I don't know, it's funny. It's not funny. Yeah, so this has been a long video, and I think I should end it. But if you have any thoughts, any opinions, any advice, anything, just comment it down below. Even if you have like, I don't know, not stupidity. I don't want stupid in my comments. But yeah, I don't know. Is that normal for like random fucking people who don't know you to want to marry you? I don't know. Have you ever had love at first sight experience or anything similar? Like, do you think love is a feeling and not an action, or do you think it's both? I don't know. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is that when I marry someone, I need them to be a strong leader. And I don't know, you don't know if someone is that until you really know them, I think. In some ways you could probably tell. But, like, I don't know. So, oh, that's the other thing I was thinking. I have a lot of other points I was thinking. I guess it's maybe not over. As far as, like, me wanting an arranged marriage, it kind of makes sense that I would have a bunch of, like, kind of random people who don't really know me wanting to marry me, because I, like, always wanted an arranged marriage. Like, it never made sense to me for me to go pick my own husband. Why would I do that? My family has known me my whole entire life. They know me better than anyone else. So why wouldn't they be, like, happy and honored to, like, find my husband for me? It just doesn't make sense. And then my mom explained way after the fact, like, only a few years ago versus, like, what, 10 years ago? I should have rolled that up, down, it's still loud. My mom was just saying, why would you want us to pick out your family? Look at our relationships. Like, we're a bunch of fucking crazy people who barely have it together. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, now I'm actually gonna end the video. So, yeah, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And I know there's something I'm forgetting to talk about, but I'll have to talk about it later or something. I just don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't know why this always happens, and I don't know. I'm just gonna pray, and I'm gonna just soak in the presence of God and do what He wants and circumcise my heart, and that's, way more important than any husband I could ever or will ever have, because God is God, Father in heaven. All right, bye.